Hey, what's up, guys? I hope everybody's well. Yeah, it's nice to be back with you here again. I would like to welcome all of you back who are returning. And if you're new here, you're most welcome here. My name is Gloria, and this is 1,000 Shades of Glow. On this channel, we deal with everything lifestyle. Okay, today we are dealing with fragrances, and I have brought another requested fragrance. I know a few of you asked me about this fragrance when I featured the unboxing on the shorts, but I told you I was still testing it, and I've had a time to test it. It's taken me quite a bit of time because I was struggling with sinuses and a blocked nose, plus there's two of them. And we are talking about an Angel Share clone today. I've got the latest clones, and we'll be going into the details of them. Okay, I've got Zimaya Sharaf blend, this one that comes in this box like this. I did an unboxing on the shorts. If you want to see that, you can. It looks like that. Okay, it looks like that, and then it opens here. Beautiful fine bottle with a very strong sprayer. I'm trying to not spray because I'm still recovering from a very bad cold, and I feel like these perfumes are making me even more sick sometimes. So I'm trying to not spray around myself too much today. But it's got a very fine sprayer. Okay. And it's got a very tight, yeah, voila, very beautiful bottle resembling a glass. And we've also got this one. This is Lafede Intoxicate by Large. And this one comes in this box like that. Okay, like that. The box looks like that, and it does resemble the box for Angel Share. Okay, it does resemble the box for Angel Share. Lafede looks like that. It's got the label there. This opens like that. It's got this cup that has something that looks like a shell or a button or a horn. So it could be just like some latex, something. Yeah, both of these bottles resembling cognac glasses. Obviously, that goes the whole way up. This one has the black cup. Both of them very beautiful. And I did get a discovery set from Kilian with 6 cents because I had a decant for Angel Share, but it's finished now, and I needed to still be able to test this against the real Angel Share. Okay, so I've got that, and I've used a bit of it. We all know Angel Share is that very loved, very viral fragrance that has oak and cognac, tonka bean, and it's got vanilla, it's got cinnamon. Nice boozy apple pie vibe with a nice strong cognac and woody notes. I have been testing obviously that against these two, and I want to start with this one, Lafede Large. And this one has the top notes of cognac. It has almond, some floral notes of ylang ylang. It has cinnamon in the heart, tonka bean. It's got oak. It's got vanilla, amber, musk, sandalwood, all that. At first spray, when I sprayed this, it had a very strong cinnamony vibe to it, but that is only to be expected with Middle Eastern, because sometimes you will have something floating to the top, like a very strong sharp note that will usually come through when you sprayed it. So I got a huge blast of cinnamon and alcohol, so I sprayed it out like I usually do, and I've let it sit for over a month. Now it's still a very cinnamony, spicy opening, but with a very strong oak note, woody tones of oak. It's got a very soft cognac note. So it does open boozy and spicy and warm, but it's not very warm. There's a lightness to it. There's a dryness to it. Yeah, then it kind of develops that famous apple pie vibe. And then towards the heart of this, you begin to pick up the other notes of the nutty notes of tonka. This got coconut and almond, so it's got some nuttiness going on in the heart of it, plus still a very strong oak note. Yeah, Before we get to the dry down, I would like to say that all the listed floral notes here, I don't get. Like the floral notes are hiding somewhere behind the curtain somewhere. I can't pick them up. I do pick up a bit of that bergamot, but I don't pick up the floral notes. At the heart of this one, you get a sweet hint of that caramel and cinnamon. The cinnamon is still a very strong note in here, but it retains that apple pie vibe, but it's got a very clear, strong oak note, woody note. The cognac has kind of fainted away now, so you are left with more of the woody tones. You are left with a little bit of that tonka, vanilla, and all the nutty tones. Now, I'm going to talk about sharaf, and then we are going to compare and contrast. Sharaf blend has woody, warm, spicy notes. And let me just say, some of these fragrances, the notes are all over the place. You will go to one website where they will list their own notes, and then you go to a different place and they have their own notes. So I'm going to really be relying on what I smell mostly, okay? But I know that this is said to have woody, warm, spicy, sweet top notes. And then in the heart, it has vanilla and cinnamon, amber, and powdery notes in the dry down. When you spray this one, it's very sweet. It has a sweet spiciness to it, a very warm, sweet spiciness, but you also do pick up the woody tones. You get that warm apple pie vibe, but this one is not like exactly like an apple pie vibe. It smells like a cookie, like a cinnamon, or like a cinnamon and nutmeg cookie. You pick up the sweet warm notes of a mix of nutmeg and cinnamon and vanilla and praline and caramel. Very nice, very warm, very comforting. It retains the spicy, woody notes right down to the dry down. It retains some sweetness right down to the dry down. In the deep dry down, you do pick up the sandalwood, but you also do pick up some powderiness. There's a little bit of powderiness in this fragrance at the deep dry down. It's nice, it's warm, it's cozy, it's sweet, it's warm, it's comforting, it's delectable. So in comparison, this is much more apple pie. This is apple pie plus something else, like a cookies baking in the oven, some nice cookie, cinnamon cookie bun or something like that. This one is much more drier, much more light, whereas this one is sweet and there's a slight syrupiness to this one. Okay, for me this is much sweeter than this, lighter, drier, and it has a very beautiful, strong oak note. The cognac here is something you pick the cognac up here. I didn't feel like you can really pick up the cognac here. It could be that these notes were blended to the point where the cognac kind of goes hiding here. It still has a booziness, but it's not like the booziness. It's not like a very clear cognac. Yeah, so this one is nutty, it's warm, it's spicy, it's sweet, it's delicious. As you can see, the color there is much deeper in color than Angel Share. But Lafede is much more similar. Lafede is much more similar in terms of color. This is slightly sweeter than Angel Share, slightly syrupier than Angel Share, slightly much more spicier than Angel Share. But overall, you still get that Angel Share vibe. Like if you wear this today and then you wear the Angel Share the next day, it's going to be very hard for people to tell the difference. This one I feel has lots of similarities because it does start with a strong cognac note, a strong oak note. It still has the spices, the cinnamon, it has the tonka bean, it has the vanilla, It has all those nutty elements of almond and coconut, but they are blended in very well to the point where you can't actually like pick those other, like the coconut is, it's there, but you'd be hard pressed to pick it up. So light, dry, sweet. It's sweet, but I feel like it's much more drier, slightly drier than Angel Share. So still very similar. I will say that this is much more similar, but unfortunately this one has, the performance is not good. I think you will get about 4.5 to 5 hours at max. And I have kept this fragrance for over a month now, waiting on it to macerate. It could be that this needs to macerate more. Performance, the sillage is average, projection is average, performance I feel is really not good. But for me, it's the closest to Angel Share. Sharaf blend, on the other hand, has got about 6 hours. And I know there's some people who have recorded longer times with this. I can only tell you what I got for myself. So I will say this is just about 6 hours. It doesn't have a huge projection, but it performs better. So if I was to recommend based on performance, I would recommend this one. But for somebody who wanted something that will give you that very strong oak, the cognac, the cinnamon that you get from Angel Share without a lot of sweetness, I will recommend Lafede. But like I said, this one is got disappointing longevity. Okay, voila. So I am going to be doing a follow-up on these fragrances because I have a feeling that in 2 months' time, it might change and we might get a different result in terms of performance. They might become much more deeper as they macerate. So voila, those are my thoughts after testing, after wearing all of them at different times. Yeah, again, that was Sharaf Blend Zimaya by Afnan, Lafede Intoxicate by Kadlaj. So that's that for today. Do not forget to subscribe. And until next time, guys, God bless you and ciao.